Hey, this is Gary Dean, PremiumCustomDetailing.com in Tampa, Florida, and I'm here today with a black Volkswagen Jetta, and I'm going to do a comparison really quick on two European versions. Well, I shouldn't say versions, two European compounds. One will be Meguiars foam cut compound M101, and then the other one is Menzerna FG500, fast gloss 500. You can see just with the fluorescence what kind of shape this paint is in. It's in pretty poor shape. I'm going to show you real quick just with the Brinkman what kind of shape it's in. It's gross. I mean, it's really full of defects and random isolated deep scratches. And it's had a grease pin written all over it, damaged it all up, so it needs to be cut out. So anyway, I'm going to use the HD polisher with 5.5-inch orange buff and shine pads with each one of these, and basically I'm just going to do a comparison and a review of both of them for the well, shouldn't say for the US market, but for all of you who are wondering what FG500 compared to M101 is like, I'll be able to give you that comparison. So I'm going to go ahead and get set up, and I'm going to do the FG500 right here in this section, and then the M101 in this section right here. So neither pad is primed, so I'm going to go ahead and just put a decent amount on the surface of the pad, spread it out, and then I'm going to use speed 5 on both polishes. So here goes. Pressure. Well, the fast gloss wipes away really nice. It seems like there's just a slight haze left behind that I can see. Just inspecting the two sides, I can see that the fast gloss definitely removed a lot of the minor defects, but it definitely left those really deep ones behind. I'm going to go ahead and do the M101. Very similar amount of polish. Prior to inspecting either side, I'm going to do an alcohol wipe down, but I'll do that on camera so you can see the filling or lack thereof or whatever yourself. So speed 5 again. So, just on initial inspection alone, I would say, and I'll bring you down so you can look at it, I would say that the M101 side looks a little bit glossier. I can see a slight haze, and not that I don't see any haze in the M101, but I do see a little bit more in the fast gloss side. You can notice the clarity and just the light, and it's there as well, it's just a little bit foggier. So that's my initial impression, is that the M101 leaves a glossier look behind. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab the isopropyl alcohol, and I mix mine at around 12%. 12 to 15% isopropyl alcohol. So I'm going to sit you back down, and I'm going to do this. This is my IPA, by the way. And normally I'd put it on the towel, but I'm just going to make sure it's very good and clean. So a solid, this is 3 times isopropyl alcohol. So, and distilled water mixture. So if there's any filling, we'll just do one more. If there's any filling, it's gone now, without question. So now we're going to take you to the Brinkman and show you what it looks like. So this is what it looked like before. Nasty. And this is M101. Here is before, and then M101. And then there's the Fast Gloss 500. Big difference from before. Slight haze. I mean, I don't know. Let me inspect it without looking at the camera. Yeah, the Fast Gloss definitely has more haze than the M101. I mean, and you're looking at it without any light other than what's above me. Yeah, the Fast Gloss, without question, is hazier. The M101 is glossier. But just looking at defect removal, man, it's really hard to see much with this crazy haze. But I'll tell you, just from where I'm standing, what I'm seeing is that M101 definitely has the upper hand. So both were very workable. The Menzerna is more polish-like, which is just like the rest of their polishes. It's less gritty. The foam cut compound M101 is definitely gritty with the abrasives and whatnot. Both polishes, or compounds I should say, wipe off very easily. But from the Garry Dean eyeball angle, I would say that M101 not only finishes better, but cuts more as well. So, and that's not uncommon for Meguiars to have a more aggressive compound than Menzerna. I mean, it's, well, they have more aggressive compounds than pretty much anybody, that's for sure, and they finish better. So kudos again to Meguiars. Not that they've done anything recently. M101 is not a brand new product, but it is something that I have reviewed before and have been continually using because it's absolutely amazing and will continue to use as long as I can get a hold of it. So Fast Gloss 500 smells of a extreme solvent. It has a stinky, nasty smell to it. M101 does as well when you get right on it. It doesn't linger like the Fast Gloss does, but again, it's not, Fast Gloss is not VOC compliant in the US. That's why we do not have it. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that this settles something for somebody. Again, I'm not affiliated with either company, nor was I paid for this review. But again, M101 will continue to be my go-to heavy-duty cutting compound as long as I can get my hands on it. So thanks again, and thanks Meguiars. All right, I want to say just a couple more things about the M101 and Menzerna FG500. I noticed very little, if any, filling. I mean, it wasn't bad at all. Maybe just a little bit of filling, not too much, even with the dual action polisher and the foam pad. I noticed more dusting with the M101, which, because it performs so well and cuts and finishes so well, it doesn't bother me at all. You know, some people are picky about, well, everything, and whatever. You're entitled to your opinion. But the Menzerna FG500 definitely dusted, just not as much as the M101, but the M101 wasn't overly bad. It definitely isn't as much as the M105. And I'm only even mentioning that because people are going to ask me, and it's really not that much dust at all, more than the FG500. And the other thing I wanted to mention is these reviews that I do, the Garry Dean reviews that you know and love, are for most people. Some people just won't like them. So for you people, look elsewhere. But for the people who value my opinion, this is for you. And M101 and Meguiars, good stuff. That's not to say that there aren't other good things out there, but for this particular comparison, I would go with the M101 over the European market FG500 if you're importing, because that's the only way you can get it, because it's not US VOC compliant. So maybe their FG400 will be better. I'm excited about that. I'd like to try it. I will definitely do a review on that as well. And to my knowledge, Menzerna, and the bottle that I have is actually in German. So to my knowledge, the Menzerna recommendation is for rotary use, but because I don't use the rotary very much, if any, these days, I used what I would generally go to the polishes to use. So I hope it benefited somebody. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.